Coffee Club, Coffee Club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Olli, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 145. Just a little warning, if Olli and I seem a little bit annoyed, it's because we just tried to record. Well, we did this for about 20 minutes, and then George arrived, and then we looked at the recording and found out that it did not record.
And it was our best work, honestly. It's the best podcast we have ever done. It's honestly
better than episode 0.
Better than episode 0.
You guys
it was
will never hear
unreal,
it.
and then none of it was recorded. So
some of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my life.
Honestly, I was crying.
So, sorry guys, you're never going to hear that. Just know that it was some banging material, but we'll try to do our best to... Well, actually, no, that's just setting yourself up for failure. If you try to recreate it, we'll just do it again. So, the boys are all here. We're in St. Moritz. Feels good to have us all together. We all have race-related stuff to talk about. George he just raced in Paris, Oceania record, etc. Olli's going to Monaco this week, and then I'm also racing in Luzern next Tuesday. So we will get to all that, but before that, we do have to do our big shout out for roll recovery. Yeah. Do you want to do it today?
Honestly, this hasn't left my leg since I've been in St. Moritz. This is the new R8 custom, right?
No,
R8 Plus.
I customized
R8
it.
Customized. Well, you customize it with
you
the
can
George
customize
textbook.
it though.
I can't move, but yeah. Oh. If you guys can see that, it's got a little George Beam. I don't know if that's going to be seen, but it's a very nice roller that, honestly, is pretty amazing to get through your legs.
Gets through the legs.
Gets through the legs.
That's all.
Thank
That's
you
the
to Roll
pitch.
Recovery. Pretty much everybody in the team has one. Dathan has 3. He puts one. Actually, he has 4. He puts one in both of his legs, both of his arms, and then Kalen rolls him out when he goes to bed. So
that's the only way he can survive.
That's the only way he can survive. So thank you, Roll Recovery. I know our team loves using the R8. This is the R8 Plus with a textbook George sticker. I don't know if the textbook George sticker comes with.
You gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah, talk to Roll about that.
It's a really special one.
It's a very special one. But yeah, I'm going to stick this on my legs so you guys can see it.
I think between all their products, I'd say I definitely use a product every single day.
Yeah, they have a lot of different products.
The roller,
okay,
the
mat,
roller.
The mat is clutch.
We all definitely take the mat to the track every day.
Yeah, I use the mat a lot.
And I wish I brought those Samurats actually. It didn't make the cut.
It's not a very convenient item to fit in the bag, is it?
It's tough to get that in the suitcase.
Yeah.
It was already a very full bag.
Yeah. And if you're packing your Xbox, you got to make sacrifices.
It was the Xbox or the roll recovery mat.
It's your career or it's your...
The Xbox got the nod.
Yeah, exactly. So
As it should. But yeah, shout out to big ups to Roll Recovery.
Big ups.
Sponsoring
on
us.
God.
We love you
as
guys.
The kids say.
Thank you. And Lil Bean Shoutout.
Also a Bean Shoutout, which will be the second time you're seeing this if you happen to watch an interview I did with either, I can't remember if it was with Mitch or Trackstar, but I had the beans like before I got to the mix zone, so I already gave him a shout out.
They just chucked them at you.
Well, I don't know about like chucked, but yeah, put over the
they tossed them
from the crowd. They just start like bombarding me right after the finish line.
Yeah.
But these are from James Hennigan from Wales, and former housemate of. And we're trying to decide of Piers Copenhagen, which I'm not sure if we gave him that nickname or if he's trying to.
What if it's another person that's called Piers Copenhagen that we don't know about? Or does it say Piers?
But wouldn't we know?
He told me it was Piers
Copenhagen. Okay, I was going to say, because if we've got to look up World Athletics to see if there's a Piers Copenhagen.
So I don't know if he's trying to give us a suggestion.
It's not bad.
It's a pretty good one.
I wonder if his roommate, he's going to be privy to a lot more inside knowledge about him. Maybe something happened to him in Copenhagen that we don't know about, and that's how he got the nickname.
Yeah, true.
But these boys are from Wales, but the beans are definitely not, because everything's in French. So I'm guessing they came from
all the way from Flagstaff.
All the way from Flagstaff.
The joyeux servi avec.
Yeah. They speak French in Flag, don't they, George?
I think you're onto something.
Yeah,
I think they do. So. Thanks for the beans.
Cheers.
I actually forgot my beans from Boulder, so this could be quite useful.
That will be useful. Well, have you got your grinder?
I made the freshman bring it because I also forgot that.
Well,
No, I
you
made Maya bring
you
it.
made
Shout
the
out
freshman
Maya.
Bring it.
All right.
What
No,
is
I
this?
asked.
What is this, hazing?
I asked, yeah, a little bit. I asked very nicely.
I saw them
Maya
walking-
kindly brought it for me.
I was with Meg, and I was walking walking up the street actually, because up the hill, and they were carrying about 3 dozen eggs. I didn't even say hello, how you going? I just said,
Only nothing else?
yeah, and I was like, damn, that's a lot of eggs, and I just walked past them.
Just a dozen each?
yeah, no, Olivia was holding 2 dozen, and Maya was holding a dozen. So either Maya has to step up and have 2 dozen eggs, or Olivia is really just down in the protein right now when she's in St. Moritz, because that's all they'll carry.
Maybe she's a dozen a day girl.
That's impressive, to be honest. I don't know
I
if I
think
could
I think
do it.
that's too many eggs. I think if you I think if you have that many eggs, I don't think they're eating them.
No, I'm making a
I
case.
don't think there's a
I think
limit.
they're throwing them at people.
I don't think there's a limit.
What, our freshmen have been hooligans in St. Moritz?
That's just a lot of eggs.
Man, we gotta get Maya and Olivia on the pod to obviously.
I mean, they
Yeah.
live. Okay,
tell
think
us
about
the
this.
story.
They live across the road from the grocery store,
True.
pretty much. Why would you need to buy 2 dozen eggs?
At
Also,
one time.
also at one time,
2 dozen eggs.
probably doesn't even fit in the fridge.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause the
Also-
fridge is small here.
Compared to America, eggs are way more expensive here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Like it's just
And you
not,
only
it's
get
just
10.
not-
You actually don't even get a dozen. It looks like a dozen, but it's actually only 10.
Yeah.
They had to put a lot of work into
Damn,
securing
that's a
that
lot
many
of eggs, man. I'm just saying.
We gotta get
It's
to
a
the
lot
bottom
of
of that.
eggs. I was like, wow. And they're
What's
wow.
like the highest reasonable number of eggs you can eat in one sitting before
One
you,
sitting?
7,
5.
5, 7.
you make 5 egg omelets or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If you put 5 eggs in an omelet, it's not as big as you would think.
I usually crack an egg into my bath. It's good conditioner.
I have heard people wash their hair with eggs. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
You use the
actually.
yolk for the conditioner and stuff, and then the fun thing is when you get down like low on the bath, and the egg yolk's just there, and you just like let it kind of come in and.
See, this sounds
Oh,
like a
yeah.
joke, but I also feel like it's not a joke.
So the egg,
maybe-
no, but
okay.
okay. You just like walk in, you know, you've had a rough day, big meet in the Paris Diamond League, and you just crack an egg. I crack an egg and say, "Hey George, I cracked an egg in your bath," you know. And then there's a little egg yolk, and then you just sit in the bath, and it's fun because you just see it coming up and
Was the
make a
white
little
gone?
wave. It
You separate
dissipates,
it. You
I think.
separate it.
I mean, it's not poaching. I mean, how hot is your bath if it's poaching, George? 85 degrees usually.
Doesn't take much to cook an egg. Eggs cook very low temperature.
Really?
Fun fact.
I mean, I don't have that much of a hot bath.
Yeah, you'd have to be having a pretty hot
pretty
bath.
hot
Still.
bath.
I don't know though.
I need to start upping my game to 5 eggs at a time.
But, yeah.
I don't.
have-
Well, I wouldn't recommend it.
No? Why not?
I think you're really full. I would say the
Is that all? Is that
I would
all?
say I would say the perfect amount is 2 to 3.
Okay.
Normally
5
3.
is good when they sell them in 10 though, because then
Yeah.
that's just like a 2-day
2
supply.
trips. 2 trips.
It's expensive.
Whereas if you have 3,
yeah.
then you end up with 1 left over at the end.
It's
And then
true.
you can pop that into your bath.
Oh, well, maybe that's what they do here.
Yeah. I've never felt so
Yeah.
alive after doing it.
When did you do it?
Whoa, 2018 NCAAs. Mick Byrne, he just like said, "Great race, son. There's your bed, there's your bath. I popped an egg in there for you." And
That's
then,
good coaching right there.
Yeah, and then there's a Guinness sitting next to the bathtub with a little coaster.
Amazing. So just so everyone's aware that's listening, that is, we're really short on time right now. So we said that we were gonna just like talk through this really quick, and we spent the first third of the episode talking about eggs.
Yeah, that's my fault. Anyway,
So
why don't we check in with George about the Paris Diamond League? Little race recap on.
Fantastic idea.
Yeah,
let's
Yeah.
hop to it.
let's hop to it. I hopped to it. I liked it. That was good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no. My second time at the Paris Diamond League. The first time memorable for all the wrong reasons. That it was the hottest day ever recorded in Paris, and in June or something. Something
It's a fun
reasonably
fact.
specific, but like 40 plus degrees. And so
Good 5K weather.
amazing 5. I just saw Hamish Carson today actually in the
Mhm.
gym. He ran that race with me and left the track in a wheelchair.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a rough one, but excited to go back and run a steeple this time, which is much more enjoyable in the summer. But it was perfect weather anyway, so no.
Didn't
the
matter.
first time I ever run in France when it wasn't hot, including like Monaco, Nice, on track nights. Normally France, like you're just guaranteed for a hot one, but it was beautiful. And even we were racing in the afternoon in the sun, and it was like 18 degrees or something.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty
lovely
good.
time. But they always put the hotel for the Paris Diamond League in the. I got like Paris is a big freaking city. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like we're in like a bit of the ghetto. I feel like
Really?
it was
So the
nowhere
hotel,
near.
The hotel wasn't nice.
No, actually, the hotel was nice. Just the area was so random.
What's the area like with the track is?
Also pretty random.
Because I wouldn't think that like Paris would be able to fit the track, you know, in like a nice area.
That's true.
I think that is part of the issue, that all the sports stuff is like way out
It
of the
kind
city.
of has to be, you know.
Like the Diamond League Stadium is way in the south of Paris. The Olympic Stadium is like way in the north, like outside of the city circle thing. I know like PSG plays like way out of the city. Like
Yeah.
everything's quite far out. So that was kind of random and meant there was like nothing to walk to. But my go-to at a Diamond League is find Linden Hall and
Yeah.
ask her ask her
She does
where to
always
get
know.
coffee, and she came through with a 10 out of 10 recommendation
Amazing.
to Bell Horizon. It was on my story. It was delicious, actually. Would
Yum.
highly recommend. But I had to Uber to it because we were in the weirdest place ever. But no, had a good. Was going in late, so only had time for a few things. But good coffee. Went to Eiffel Tower for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And I've been to Paris like, I want to say like 4 or 5 times. Never been to the Eiffel Tower until this time.
Was it
So that
worth it?
I honestly would say it was. Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually
okay.
pretty sweet.
I'm surprised.
It wasn't a huge commitment. We just the coffee place was close enough to walk, so that was quite convenient. We like realized when we're getting coffee, we're like, oh, we should probably just, we should just walk down here because it's kind of close and we're in the area. It's actually quite cool. Yeah, would recommend it. Although it's also cool at night, supposedly, because it lights up on the hour, like every hour at night, and like does the sparkly thing.
Sparkly.
Yeah, and then is that a good noise?
That's just my Xbox saying it'll turn off in 5 minutes.
All right, and
I better wrap this up.
and so race day came really quick, which was not a bad thing. And as the Paris Diamond League has done the last couple of years, there's some fireworks, I feel like, on the track. Everything in Paris has been so fast last couple of years, like 5 world records in the past 2 Diamond League meetings
Yeah.
in Paris.
We postulated a short track.
Yeah,
That's-
we think short track confirmed.
Mate, honestly, it's insane.
There's 800 meters. As soon as I saw those 800 meter results, I was like, what is going
And
on here?
it was like quite windy.
Really?
That's what people were saying. Like when they were like, how, like, was it windy out there for the 800? And they're like, well, I don't know. They still ran really fast. So
Doesn't matter. It's
Doesn't
just
seem
that
to matter.
it's just that type of wind that doesn't matter. It doesn't slow
Yeah.
you down for some reason.
for some reason, it's one of those. And yeah, the 800 went off like right at the start of the meet. It was one race before mine. So I was watching it in the core room actually. And like 5 guys run 141. I was like, oh, all right, it's gonna be good day.
It's gonna be a good day, yeah.
Oh, the 800 is always ridiculous in Paris. And there's always like a French guy that does
Insanely well.
insanely, which
Didn't-
happened again.
Yeah.
And now the French national record's 141.
141 was
What's his
insanely
name?
quick.
What's his name?
Tutu?
Gabriel
It's like Tool
Tool, yeah,
Tool
something like that.
or something.
Yeah, he's got a cool man bun.
You're a champ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of
He's
him
been-
actually
Really?
until then.
He's been pretty good for a little bit. I don't know. I just know him because do you remember I raced in Nice in 2021?
Yes.
He won in Nice there, and we got drug tested together.
Nice.
Like not at
Good
the same
names.
time, but
So
like,
he's been around for a little while.
yeah, a little bit. But I think he's young still.
And then move to the next race, just right after that. And I was feeling pretty bad, as
Break that down
as
for us.
listeners from last week were probably aware. My body just wasn't in the best place, and it made the days leading up to it not super enjoyable in terms of pre-meeting or shaking out before the race. Trying to avoid thoughts of whether or not I should race. Just didn't want to get into that conversation. Didn't want to go down that road of
It's a dangerous place to be.
having to think about it. And I was fairly confident that I could run it without doing permanent damage. And so it was just a matter of getting my mind around it, which to be honest, I was struggling with a bit. Like I wasn't feeling very chipper I'd say it'd just been a frustrating lead up, and just when like pre-meet hurts, shakeout, 6 hours before the race, feels terrible. Makes it hard to go into a race and feel confident and feel like you're going to be at your best. But it is what it is, and I felt like I was still, been around long enough, dealt with a lot of races and a lot of training, not feeling that good. So felt like I'd still get it done, and it was such a good opportunity, and just went out there and got to a point in before the race, like where I could do some strides and some hurdles, and felt pretty confident and decent enough that I felt like I was going to get through the race and be fine. And I was happy that it wasn't going to be a world record the race this year. Like the pacing was very reasonable. Like basically 8:05 pace is what they asked for, which was like pretty conservative in diamond leagues these days.
Stands, yeah,
like
bro.
as these ones go. So that was kind of nice, just probably not having Germa or Albacali there essentially. And as it turns out, they're not there, or the Ethiopians are not allowed to race for the Olympics.
Yeah, we heard about this.
If anyone was wondering why.
Sigegi can't race. That's Dathan mentioned.
Wait,
it.
I saw a bunch of Ethiopians on the start list for Monaco, and they're not allowed to race.
No, not ones that were picked for the team.
Wow.
So the guy who won the steeple, the Ethiopian guy, is the alternate for the Olympics.
And didn't he run like 8:02 or something? What did he run?
Second fastest Ethiopian ever.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good alternate.
Yeah.
So the other three that are basically at every diamond league, like Wale, Germa, and Firewu, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not allowed to race along with everyone else on the team. So
Interesting.
that explained that one. And yeah, I wasn't going with the lead small pack. Would have loved to, and that's what I want to be doing in these races, but just didn't feel like that was going to be possible on the day for obvious reasons. And so just kind of hung out in the second pack, and the effort felt actually really doable, and never really felt that felt under control the whole time. Definitely the worst hurdling and water jump performance probably of my steeple career. Just because
even worse than Mount Balzac.
Well, maybe not Mount Balzac. No, that was worse.
Yeah, Mount Balzac.
Give me that one. Yeah, that was quite bad. But recent since I've been half decent at the steeple, that was definitely the worst. And just because my body wasn't feeling super smooth over them, but that was all right. And so really good takeaways to be able to still, close hard, but sprinting was out of the question. But that's all right. See, a lot of people in the steeple are going backwards in the last lap. Like that, it's quite a common occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite easy to pick up a few places if you're not on the limit already. So pick up a few spots and had some really good takeaways from being able to run 8:09 with kind of the way I was feeling and my mindset and all of that. So lots of good positives to take away. And I said, I was like, I think I was saying before that 8:0 something would be nice. Doesn't matter what it is. It just sounds good,
Just under 8:10.
Just like 320 something. It doesn't matter. 329.99. You're a 329 guy.
Yeah, it does
Sounds
sound
good.
Not that that's an equivalent barrier. Maybe 759, something more like that. But just having that number at the start.
It's nice to have that progression
nice.
too, even with all the adversity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, what else to share? That was the race.
That was the race.
It was good. I mean, 8:09 is nice.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
good.
I think it's good to see, like, even with all the shit that gets thrown at you, you're still progressing. That's a good sign. Just now you just gotta, sharpen the chef's knife, ready for the big gourmet finish, which is Paris again. Back to Paris. Yeah, but now
Yeah.
you're in St. Moritz and Jason's here, and
I heard you just get fit from been here. You don't actually have to train.
Yeah.
I
You
think
just
that's
sleep
true.
here.
That's
I believe
something.
that.
That's something that I've come to realize. I don't know why. Like I think I know. It's like not actually that different, the altitude here from Boulder, but to me it feels really different. I don't know if you guys noticed.
I think it
I don't-
definitely does.
And so I don't think you have to really train as much here.
All right.
Like in Boulder,
That's the
in
one I'm
Boulder,
going for.
in Boulder, you still have to train.
Yeah.
You know, like Boulder's like kind of like
Mm.
sea level. You still have to put in the work. But once you get to here, like Flagstaff as well, you can just chill, just recover. It's actually better to not train because if you train, it's too hard for your body to recover and all that. So if you don't train, I think like and you're at this level of altitude, it works very well.
Coaching advice from Morg.
There you go. 101. Free coaching tip from Morg.
Come to St. Moritz and don't actually train. Simple as that.
You'll be fine.
It's actually just easy. Pay to win. So
Yeah.
And then right after I race, got even crazier.
oh,
Got even crazier.
I think we should touch on the women's 1500 meters.
I think we probably should. Shout out
Um,
teammate real quick, Olivia.
Olivia
Came fourth in the steeple.
Yeah, Diamond League debut.
Great Diamond League
Diamond League
debut.
debut. It was pretty impressive. Nice job, Olivia.
that race was also. I mean, we won't get into it too much, but that was
Yeah.
such a shit show of a race.
Yeah.
Just-
The world record holder finished like last.
well, it's just like the pacing. I think they went
Yeah.
out in like around.
Wasn't
3.
Olivia just out front on her own? Like she was the only one going with it?
She
Christine.
wasn't out on her own, but she was leading the second pack because the classic Beatrice and
Mm-hmm.
Javi.
Yavi.
They went out really quick, but then they ran like a 3:15 second K. Like they slowed down and then
Weren't having a bar of it.
whatever.
No.
But yeah, that women's 1500 to watching it unfold, you kind of like as you watch it unfold, I feel you kind of it was one of those races where you kind of know it's happening, but there's also disbelief at the same time.
Yeah. 100%. Particularly when you like the race finishes and then you look at the results, the disbelief. Like shout out to Faith, like world record. You know,
Another world record.
Not crazy surprise, because
But-
yeah, again, she's proven that she can do
She
that.
can prove it.
But coming off injury, that's got to be
Yeah,
extra
that's true.
extra special.
Good confidence booster for her. Super.
After
super mom.
353 at 6,000 feet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah,
proved that. But then Aussie girl, what was her name? Jess Hull.
Something like
Have you heard of
that.
Jess Hull before, boys?
Something like that. I
She
heard she was
ran
at 355.
350.83, I think, and her PB before that was 355. She ran a 5-second PB and is a second off the world, pretty much a second off the world record, I think.
Well, she was a second
She's-
behind
she's
Face,
a
so
second
the
behind
math,
Face, so I
the
guess
maths, the maths checks
I
out.
think the
to
math
me.
checks out. My degree is still paying off, but I tell you what, that's an insane run by her, and
Just to go out
leading
with
into the
Faith.
Olympics, and just to have the courage to do that too, because Faith is intimidating. I can imagine to race with, and Jess was right on her. She's been here in St. Moritz crushing it, I hear, and
Running some
just
crazy splits.
yeah. So just going to do that, it's just. I mean, even Laura Muir 353, a national record.
And you like I wasn't even focusing on
No.
anyone behind those
No,
top
those,
two. Like,
those
I'd
two
say.
are like taking most of the show, but like you look at the rest of the result, like Lyndon Hall, another Aussie girl, 356
yeah,
PB.
PB.
Like
They would like swapping between Aussie records back and forth, like 57, 56 high, 56 high, 55, 9,
Yeah.
whatever it was. And now it's just
Jess just said, hold
Bonkers.
on a
on
second.
another planet.
absolutely bonkers.
Like this, can't even fathom.
Yeah.
Jess is gonna run sub 4 on the mile.
She's approaching it.
She's getting close, but it was
Rapidly
incredible.
approaching sub 4.
Incredible race. So that 1500 was just.
She
nuts.
that almost qualifies for like region, like like West,
Men's,
like
yeah,
NCAA
yeah,
regional.
men's
Premium,
regionals in
like
college. Yeah.
No.
she's definitely beating a lot of collegians.
She's definitely beating a lot of guys in general.
Guys.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy,
That
especially
is
with the way
just-
she ran it because she closed in about 2 flat for the 800 as well. So it's absolutely unreal. I think it's hard to fathom like running. I mean, it's hard to compare. Like we see a lot of things through the lens of like the men's running. So it's
yeah.
but you can't always like compare, you know. But it's just like I just can't imagine someone running a 5-second PB as a 1500 meter runner.
To be 15, if I ran a 5-second PB, I would be.
And not a 1500 runner that's like up and coming.
Yeah.
A 1500 runner
She's
that
been around
already
for a
has the
while.
national record.
Also, she races about 20 times a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Consistently like top 3 in the Diamond League, and then you run a 5-second PB.
I run a 5-second PB in Monaco. That's 3:24.
Let's do it.
That's 2 seconds
Done.
under the world record.
Still,
So,
let's make it happen.
yeah.
Why not?
I mean, well, you know. Yeah.
So cool. I mean, Jess has been firing like all season. She's looked amazing. It's very entertaining to watch her, like the way she operates. Just
100%.
she crushes in training with her squadron of male pacemakers,
Mm.
which is just I think a lot of women are very jealous about that.
Yeah, she's got the setup.
And but then she just races so much, and she does a lot of cool races. She raced in Australia, she raced in the US, she comes over to Europe, I think she raced in Doha. She raced one of like the Doha Diamond Leagues or something like that. Like she does not shy away at all.
She'll be in Monaco on Sunday in the 2K with Faith.
Yeah. So just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Huge congrats to her and just everyone else in that race, I guess. Not that Faith needs our congratulations.
No,
but
she doesn't. Yeah, but she's a big fan of the podcast, I've heard. So
probably.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, is that it from Paris? I guess.
High jump world record, also pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
37 years old or something.
Yeah,
super old one.
Not the high jumper. She wasn't 37 years old.
If she was, that'd be even more impressive.
Yeah.
But
The world record was 37 years old.
High jump is such a odd event where, like, just the fact that I think it's compared to like a running event, it's way more like you like are on, like you have your on days and your off days, and on those on days you're just so on, because it's just so hard to fathom.
It's not just like fitness.
No, it's like that's such a big margin, because normally I think you jump around 2 meters and you like win the Diamond League, like 210 and 2 meters, like that's not even like that's so much higher.
Yeah,
so
insane.
That's high jump, I guess.
Crazy, mate.
Yeah, so good.
Thanks.
So good.
Thanks for having me.
No, crushed it.
Proud of you, George.
So, moving on from Paris, as has already been mentioned, we do have Monaco.
I got mono fever. Mono.
No, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm going to Monaco. I got confirmed a few days ago. Got the word, got the nod. The Prince of Monaco got involved, made sure that Coffee Club was represented in Monaco.
Thank you, Charles.
Didn't you just text Charles? Yeah.
Yeah, I just texted Charles. It's like, what's up? What's up? Do you want an egg in your bath? Excited about Monaco. I think it's one of those meets for me. Growing up, my dad lived in Monton for 3 years. He ran for AS Monaco. He lived in Monaco for a while. He was a map folder. He folded maps. Never got paid, but he was great at folding maps.
It's big industry in Monaco.
Yeah, massive industry in map folding. And then obviously the pizza stuff. He used to do pizzas, but he used to burn them all the time, so he pushed them back in the oven so he wouldn't get fired. And he used to run for AS Monaco. So that was always a big dream, to be able to go race there. And I think growing up, Morgan and I were talking about it in our unreleased, never to be seen pre-recording that Monaco was the race before these crazy races started happening. Monaco was the race to run fast.
Like every year for the 1500,
particularly for the 15. So seen some crazy races there growing up as a kid, and to be able to race there now is very exciting. So very, very much looking forward to it. Me and Yard will be representing OAC. Dathan will be there running around like a headless chicken, ready to rock and roll. Put the fear of God in them, put the screws in, ready to go. So
nice matchup against Jingy.
Yeah, Jingy, Nordis, Starcross lovers.
Oh yeah, that was on the.
That was on the one. Yeah. And then a Trooper story as well. But
There's
yeah,
so many
and then
good
you got Neil
stories.
Gooley coming off winning UK champs in great shape. A lot of confidence for him going into this race. And Timothy, big old Tim after he's
Tim C?
Tim Cherry.
Tim C.
And then Habs as well for France. No Mohicans in it.
No who?
Mohicans. How do you call Monaco? Monacohicans?
Oh, Monegasque.
I thought it was Monegaskins.
Monegaskins, yeah.
Monegaskins?
When you said that, I was
No.
thinking of I don't know why I was thinking the movie The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, the last of the Mohicans.
I don't know if
Where are they
you've
from?
seen
Not
Not
Monaco.
that. Somewhere closer to
but
America.
I'll be in Monaco gambling, hanging out with my girlfriend, going to the beach, and obviously gambling. A lot of gambling.
Big casino there.
Big casino there. Monte Carlo. I'll be wearing my Coffee Club shirt. That's the only way you can get in.
I was about to say, you absolutely. I think if you get that signed off, the only way you'll get in, aside from wearing
a tuxedo,
your best, your absolute best dress shirt,
is a Coffee Club shirt
and no trackies.
No trackies. But
No trackies in the Monte Carlo.
I'll be having really bad coffee with Charles Leclerc. So yeah, that's the
I definitely didn't. I don't know if there even was. I didn't go to a cafe last year. I don't know if there was one.
There's surely not that many. Like, there's not a lot of space for like a cafe to just pop up there, is there?
Did go out and get pizza and ice cream at some point, but
Yeah.
I definitely don't remember like just a chill coffee.
They don't do
spot.
that there.
Well,
Oh, just on the yachts.
Yeah, I was about to
They're
say,
on the yachts.
all the coffee machines are out on the yachts.
We're gonna be on a yacht, just hanging out. eating
Perfect.
grapes. Yeah, it'll be great.
What I want to know is the Greg tribute coming in the form of splitties and tank instead of the speed suit?
Oh, that's a really good
It
question.
has been confirmed. I did get the splits and the tank. I will be wearing it in the race. I am not wearing a speed suit. This will be the first time since
As a tribute to
Yeah,
Greg
my
so-
dad.
yeah.
Yeah,
for running in
this will be the first
splitties
time
in Monaco.
I'm not running in.
I'm excited.
Splitties since college.
Use a speed
Not
suit.
splitties.
Well, yeah, because I wore half tights and jersey in Olympics and Worlds because the speed suit wasn't great for the Australian team. But I've never worn splitties as a professional runner. This was my
Really?
first race. wearing
That's
splitties
crazy to wrap
and the
my head
jersey
around.
to represent my dad because that's what he used to race in.
Love to hear it.
It looked good on me when I tried it on before when I was packing. So
Can't wait to see those legs.
We'll be the judge of that.
Those legs
a
out
lot
in
of
full
pressure.
force.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. But I will
Yeah.
not be wearing the speed suit. No, I'll be shaking it up.
That's gonna be sick
looking
to
If
see.
you
forward-
run 3:24,
There's no way
you'll
you'll
have to go splitties forever.
I will never take them off. I'll be wearing them forever. I'll be wearing them constantly. Yeah,
That's a good deal.
yeah.
That's a
Alright,
good
that's
deal.
my recap. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Or a preview, you could
A
say.
preview. Sorry, recap. Yeah, the race already run. I ran 3:24.
It's already.
It's confirmed. You don't even have to run it, actually. Just put the results in.
Oh, I forgot to mention my mum and dad were in Paris too.
Oh,
Just give them
shout
a
out to
shout
them.
out.
Really?
They came to the race. Yeah,
That's very sweet.
they're in Europe for a few weeks before the Olympics.
Did they
and
ask about me?
Doing their classic Euro trip.
Yeah.
Did they
Just-
ask? Did they ask about me? Simon? Did he ask about me?
I'm just gonna say yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he's
didn't
looking
he?
forward to it.
He definitely did.
I bet he would have wanted to
definitely
come to Monaco, but
did. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, he wanted to come watch me race for sure.
Where are they going now?
I think they went to Greece for a little bit, a few days, and then
Why
a couple
not?
days back in Italy before the Olympics.
Nice.
Why not? Sounds
They
like a
do
good
have
trip.
tickets to all the 1500 rounds, so no pressure.
I knew Simon would back me up. All right.
Yeah, he wouldn't miss that.
Nah.
That's a lot of... Damn, so they're going to be watching a lot of athletics, huh?
I think so. Well, I'm on the same day as one and
As
round.
The first, yeah. Yeah, your final is on the same day as the heats. Right? Thursday?
Yes. No,
Friday?
that doesn't sound right. Wait.
I don't know why I'm saying days, but I'm just going off everything I do, I just base off the US Olympics trials schedule.
No, maybe I'm not the same day as 1500.
Was
it's
it not?
different to that. No, I think the 1500 ends the day before. No. I must be the same day. I think
Is
I'm the
the-
same day as the final. My first round is the same day as the 1500 final.
Wait. Is the...
Maybe.
Is-
Yeah. No.
Is it not the exact same as the US?
It's not. No.
I thought it was the exact same.
It's only the same in terms of like where it's placed. Because the steeple at USA's was day one.
No.
Like the men's steeple.
No, it wasn't.
The first round was.
No, it was... They were the day before the break and the day after the
No,
break.
that was women. That was Olivia.
Do you guys,
Because Joey Baggs ran on night one. We were talking about it.
Oh, God, my
do you guys
head. You're
remember
right.
we're going to do the
You're
podcast in
right.
30 minutes? It's now 30.
You're right.
Almost 36 minutes.
You're right.
But I'm not till day 4 of the Olympics.
Wow, that changes everything.
Yeah,
I just assumed that it was the exact same schedule this whole time.
I don't think there's off. But there's no off days, right? At the Olympics, like at USA.
I assumed there was because of USA's. Why would they do it different? How
I
could
don't
they?
know.
I don't know. Okay, well, this is not something that I know anything about, so don't take my word for it.
God.
Oh well,
Okay,
we'll figure that out. There is an answer to that.
there is an answer, but we'll let someone else figure
out
it
there on
out.
the
2 days
internet.
after Monaco, in local meet, just local, like little high school meet, or something. Is that what's happening on Tuesday night?
Probably.
No,
Luzern.
actually, the chance to win a diamond is actually what's happening.
Yeah,
That's big.
for
What
realsies.
are you running?
Yeah, so Luzern on the 16th, a Tuesday. Great day for a race. I'm running the 3K down in Luzern, which I think is just a couple of hour drive away. And still don't have any confirmation on fields or anything. I just know Dominic Labalu is meant to be running. So,
Can also confirm Lalo.
Lalo.
Lala,
Yeah.
let's go.
What about yourself, George? On the last episode,
I know. I
talked,
did. I talked big game about wanting to do that, but
You don't think so?
You could win a diamond for Simon.
I would.
Just
I
think
would
about
love
it.
to, but I don't think.
You'd become his favorite son for sure.
I need
Yeah.
to just.
Well, he'd knock me off the totem pole for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I need to get my body figured out.
Yeah, that's fair. But
So
Morgan,
unfortunately,
If you
Fine.
get that
That's
diamond,
priority.
can you get like the little Uzi vert and just get it like
Just get
put
it
in your
implanted
head?
in my forehead.
Yeah.
I got
mean,
excited. I think I asked Hush. I think he got me in. Like,
No, yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Damn.
I was excited.
That
But
is
Damn.
yeah, so
priorities.
Yeah.
gotta get that body firing.
Yeah.
But no, I think doing this 3K will be perfect lead up to the 5K, just a few weeks out. This kind of like, yeah, it's kind of the ideal race just to do leading up. You just get a solid effort in at a pretty fast pace, and then you can let the body recover. I've now been training consistently for quite a while, so I think I'm very due for a race, you know? Like after you train for long enough, I think you get, not in like a rut, but you just want to like change it up a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a low 730s, if not.
Well,
Even Dominic's run 728, 729?
yeah, in the Diamond League, I think, that he won. I think it was around 7:30.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know what the pacing will be. Hopefully the pacing is good and we just go have a solid effort. I think there'll be a lot of people kind of in similar positions, just like wanting a solid 3K, you know?
Yeah. Good lead up.
The 3K, I think, is an interesting one, though, where the pace is pretty fast. So I think it kind of depends how you're feeling on the day. I think we saw that we didn't even mention the 3K in Paris.
Oh yeah, there was a 3K.
Because it wasn't a Diamond League event, but I think we saw it there where, I mean, Stewie looking great, we should say. Back to some really good form.
7:29.
But only like 2 people could really go out on that pace, you know? And then the other guys had to run it
Mhm.
much more conservatively. And they still only finished 5 seconds behind in the end, whereas like they looked pretty far back. But I don't know, hopefully I can just get on the pace and just have a solid one.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a race that's finally feels a bit more just low stress, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like
You don't
my
have to
training.
hit a time, don't have to hit.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
It's
It's just like, let's go get a solid effort. Let's get a
100%.
solid race in, just to see what I can get out of it. But yeah, so that's us.
Probably a post-race workout.
I hope not.
I mean, almost guaranteed.
You know, I don't think I've ever done one still. Never in my life.
Not even when you did that random
Never.
1500 in California? Because
No.
normally we only do them after 15s.
Yeah.
So that's probably why you haven't. That's
Yeah.
also why
That's
you
why I've
haven't.
done so many
Yeah,
of them.
that's why you've done a lot.
That's how he does it every time.
Yeah, every time.
But no, I've avoided them. Even that random one, I mean, I was just like on my own there, so I wasn't going to do it. Someone want to come in here? Is that our signal to wrap it up?
That might be us. You know to wrap it up.
I think,
Combined with the laptop almost dying.
yeah. Bye, Ollie.
Anything else to add?
Not really. I think, apologies, this one was a little bit shorter, but just the scheduling stuff was a bit tough. Hopefully next week. I mean, our schedules are all pretty hectic right now, and they're all constantly changing. Hopefully next week we're able to find a bit more of a relaxing day with a bit more time to record. But
We will do our very best.
yeah,
But in the interest of the Olympics being a few weeks away, hopefully
yeah.
you guys understand a little bit.
Now that I say that, next
Yeah.
week's gonna be crazy because you race on Sunday, I race on Saturday, I race on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we'll find time. It'll happen. We'll do the best that we can.
We will.
Just count on that. But yeah, I think that's it for episode, I think it's 145. Getting up there.
150 is coming in hot.
Yeah, that's coming up real soon. But thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Boys
Bye-bye.
from Coffee Club.